Now, if you recall, recently on the show we had I Am Khalif, the winner of Game 1 of the Music Sports League, and we're now joined by Money Matt, who's the champion of Game 2. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. So, how does it feel to have won a game in the Music Sports League, first of all?
First and foremost, like I said, the Music Sports League it's a great opportunity for artists to not only showcase their music, but to network with each other and to showcase their brands on a global status. So I really am honored that I was be able to selected into the draft and
Mm.
showcase my talent. It's also a major blessing that my fan base showed up to support, and I can't thank them enough. As well as big shout out to Juan Thompson for putting it all together in this music sports league for artists to come on and showcase their talent.
Yeah, absolutely. And the overall experience, has it been quite fun to take part in it?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it was one of my most fun competitions I was ever in. This has been my 10th competition
Wow.
with music, and this was the most unique in the aspect of the way it was set up, the professionalism that the Music Sports League shows you, as well as Juan and the whole platform. I mean, it's very genuine, and I'm lucky to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And did you have any particular strategy for kind of each of the rounds in order to win?
Not necessarily. So my strategy coming into any competition is, look at your followers for the competition. I scouted out their following, and I didn't really look too deep into the music. I more so
Yeah.
focused myself in competitions and not really worry too much about the competition. I try to focus mainly on what I'm trying to do to perform at the highest level.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of important because the competition could be a completely different genre, and I guess it's hard to make any decisions based on that if you're doing completely different music, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely would say that it's very difficult when you come into a competition, especially with artists with large catalogs. It's very difficult going into a competition and trying to pick apart their catalog. So what
Mm.
I typically tend to do in most of these competitions is come in with my head on straight. I have email lists set up for my support system that does cast votes for me, also on award platforms. So I have a really good support system behind me. So they were actually prompted to know about the competition the day that I was drafted.
Wow, yeah, that's incredible. And of course, there's going to be, is it the playoffs as well, which is pretty exciting. Are you hoping to do well?
Oh yeah, I'm looking to come out and perform on the highest level that I've performed on. I've had
Yeah.
over. They said this one's going to be a live performance, which
Mm.
live performances is actually my specialty. I did a
Wow.
lot of repertoire training on stage performance, stage presence, crowd interaction. The whole overall stage presence as a whole. And I also practice, rehearse before every show, performance, showcase, whatever it may be. I always come in with the mindset that you never underestimate the people that you're going against, and you always just concentrate on yourself so you can perform at the highest level and not zone yourself out.
Mm, absolutely. And because these playoffs are going to be live performances, is that COVID permitting or is there not an audience anyway?
Typically, like I said, it doesn't bother me if there's an audience or not. I don't care if
Yeah.
there's one or 100 people in the audience. If there's one person, it actually makes it a lot more difficult on an artist when there's a smaller crowd because you
Mm,
have to point when you're on stage so you can grab those people and keep them entertained the whole show.
yeah, that's true. So, how did you get interested in music in the first place?
So when I was 15 years old, I had always had a passion for music. I grew up watching Lil Wayne win the MTV awards, and watching all these people win awards growing up. I always wanted to be a part of music in some shape or form. What
Yeah.
actually led me to artistry was, a good friend of mine came up and was like, you're a great writer, man. You should really try to freestyle. And we
Mm,
started freestyling when I was 15. I spent about 3 years perfecting my craft in freestyling, and then I transitioned that to writing, also while learning the music business behind it and what it takes to actually be an artist in the industry.
Yeah. And overall, how would you describe the sound of the music and what you want to make?
My sound is motivational hip hop. I'm the creator and founder of the genre. What I did was I took traditional hip hop from the early 90s where it talked about, the uniqueness of life and having goals and aspirations. And I transitioned it with gospel music as well. So
Yeah.
I do a variety from R&B all the way to country music. Everything's
Wow.
all pop. It's about life-changing experiences or uplifting yourself in tough times so you can continue to go on a positive path.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think it's important to have a mixture and not tie yourself down to just the one type of genre?
Absolutely. I think it's very good to have a mixture.
Yeah.
Me coming out in my first couple years, I really pushed the motivational hip hop sound because it was very new to people, very original. So it took a while for people to kind of latch onto it. But now that I have quite the fan base now. I do all kinds of music from, like I said, R&B. On my debut album, we have 5 country tracks that I've actually written myself. I write all my. I'm a singer songwriter, a performing artist. I'm a CEO. I provide artist services. So I'm a lot more than just an artist that you would just casually see.
Yeah. And where did you get the name Money Matt from?
When I was young, hanging out with friends, they always used to call me Money Matt because I always had nice things, always brand new Jordan, brand new flat bills, brand new T-shirts, and then I transitioned it from Money Matt, like just a street name, to Money Matt. The money will never change me, no matter how big I get, because I wanted there to be motivation in that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea there. So, in the future, have you got any more albums and songs that you're releasing out with this sports league?
With the music sports league right now, I think we're still continually going to push Double Up since we won with that song. I feel that that's one of my stronger hip hop, get you moving type of songs.
Yeah.
In the future, if it ever comes to where I can submit more music, I would absolutely love to. All my music is clean, so a good majority of my catalog could be submitted into the music sports league. But when we go into these sort of leagues or competitions, we always look at, hey, what do the people of my fan base, like the most? And I took a poll, and Double Up is one of the most popular songs I have to date right now.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty incredible. Well, where can we check out all your music if we'd like to check you out?
You can find me on all major streaming outlets. To make it easy, I've created a link tree form on my website at www.moneymatt513.com/linktree. That's MONEYMATT513.com/linktree, LINKTREE, all one word.
Yes, great. Well, thanks very much for joining us on the show today. It's been great to chat with you.
Thank you very much for having me. And, I continue to look forward for more opportunities and looking forward and networking with you as well. Thank you. And big shout out to the UK.